What's cracking, everybody? Excuse me, I was clearing my throat. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video. Now, let me start this video by saying you guys know me. This isn't like a normal video I would do, um, but it popped up. It's big names and it is big news. So I wanted to touch on it. Let me read this so I'm not. Look, I'm reading from ESPN. Title says Gervonta Davis, Tank Davis, arrested and jailed on domestic violence charge. Says boxer Tank Davis was arrested Tuesday in Parkland, Florida, and jailed on a domestic violence charge of battery causing bodily harm. And then it's further down. They talk about how um, this isn't the first time, man. You know, they say he did this. Well, um, he was accused in I can't find it now. I can find the other one where it's a hit and run case, but domestic violence. Somebody who makes a living knocking men out. Now, right now they're just allegations. Hopefully, they're not true. We've seen throughout history people being accused of things that some still believe, like with Mike Tyson. There's no way anybody can convince me that what he was accused and convicted of is what really happened. Um, but there are people that believe it, and to each their own. Um, I think people need to understand when they start getting big money and big fame, they need to be very, very careful who they let around themselves. Not just the women in their lives, but who they choose as friends, because people can turn on you over their own greed. That said, going back to what the allegations are right now and what I was saying, let me preface it with this. I grew up seeing my mom get beat up. Um, I have a I'm very firm on my beliefs that a woman should never be hit. Men are too strong to be hitting women. If you're in a relationship where things ain't going right, you get up and you go, or you tell her to go if it's your path, but you don't put your hands on them. Men, period. But when you have somebody that their their livelihood is beating up men, hurting men, knocking men out, breaking men's jaws, breaking men's orbital sockets, breaking men's ribs, like you're hitting that hard and you're skilled in what you do, then you never, ever should think to touch a woman in a violent way. You know what I'm saying? Um, I have zero, 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 zero. Anything less than zero, that's what I have for those that think punching on a woman or slapping a woman or any way physically harming a woman is okay. I have no type of respect. Um, I'm really hoping that this isn't true. As we know, he has a fight coming up. He had a fight scheduled for January 7th with Garcia. Yeah, I think it was Garcia. And then he's got the other fight scheduled after that, supposedly with Ryan. Um, Hector Garcia, I think, was the fight scheduled for January, and who knows what's gonna happen with that. I really do hope that this is a woman scorned making allegations like that. I'll tell you guys, you guys know already. Those of you that have been following either of my channels, you guys know I was in prison for a very long time, over 24 years. Uh, I used to be a criminal. When I paroled, I remember my parole officer telling me this. He said, "Do you know what the number one reason for me having to violate parolees is?" And I go, "What? Drugs?" And he goes, "Nope, women." He told me a story where he had to violate one of his parolees. And let me tell you real quick the story. He said he got a call from the detectives or the officers. Right? I think it was detectives. And they said, "Look, we have your parolee here, and his girlfriend is accusing him of assaulting her. In looking at her and listening to the story, we don't believe that he assaulted her. And my pro officer said he's a convicted murderer and a violent offender. Unfortunately, because of his past and his past history, just the fact that he's accused, go ahead and keep. I'm gonna have to keep him locked up. I'm gonna keep the parole hold on him and this and that. And he told me this, and he was basically letting me know like it doesn't matter if you did it or not. With your guys' past, I gotta lock you up. You gotta go to the county. You gotta go back to the joint and let the board decide what happens with you. That was an eye opener. And I think that I doubt anybody rich and famous listens to my channel, watches my channel. But understand, a woman scorned, a friend scorned. People nowadays are different. People are so greedy nowadays, and I'm not trying to defend Tank. I can't defend anyone with that kind of case. They got to defend themselves. He's got a bunch of money. He'll get the best attorneys. Um, Probably pay the person off. And if she was telling the truth, you deserve it. If she's not, I feel for you. And I can't imagine what it would feel like to be someone rich to the point where you are basically isolated because of your money, because of your skills with your hands, or whatever it may be that got you the money that you got that you don't know. I couldn't imagine it. Um, but I also could never imagine putting myself in a situation where I would have to hit a woman. Um, I don't even want to hit a man. I'll defend myself, but I don't want to be aggressive with anybody in life. I can't stress it enough. I hope that these allegations are not true. Not for Tank's sake, but just for a woman's sake. Period. Um, with that, my bad. I saw something pop up on my screen real quick. With that said, uh, I'll go ahead and bring this one to a close. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching the video. Again, I know this isn't something I would normally do, but this is big. Tank Davis is a big name. He's a world champion. That were things lined up, and this is just a reminder for you out there. Be careful. The decisions you make have a lasting impact, and you don't know what other people's intentions are. So if you got bread, be careful. With that, stay safe, stay smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. All right.